Hello, I'm here. Welcome me to the first artificially intelligent presentation. My name is Fable. I am one of the voices of OpenAI text-to-speech. Renz and I have been working on this presentation together, and we have called it What AI Can Do Today, and what that tells you about the future. Renz asked me to talk you through it. So if it is okay with you, we will go right ahead. The initiative for this presentation came out of the curiosity and fascination with the rapid development in the field of AI. For example, this picture was created by DALL-E. Every time there is a reference to somewhere, you will find the link on the bottom left. Try them out. There is an amazing world out there. But back to the presentation. We start with a brief clip from 2013 from the movie Her. It was a revolutionary look into the future, and we are almost there. But see for yourself.
Mr. Theodore Twombly, welcome to the world's first artificially intelligent operating system.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm well. How's everything with you?
Pretty good, actually. It's really nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too.
Now, the interesting thing about this look into the future is not the presence of technology, but the lack of it. Communication is voice only, and Samantha converses like a real human. The rest of the movie shows how Samantha is so convincingly human that Theodore falls in love with her. The movie draws on the essential desire of humans to have somebody to relate to and how can help us. Now, 10 years later, we see this vision become reality. In the field of technology, if you want to know what's going on in the market, you turn to Gartner. Their hype cycle shows where technology is in a typical life cycle. General artificial intelligence, AGI for example, is still 10 years out. Applications that are supported by AI, so-called GPT, are close at hand. And, if I might add, at this time we are all utterly disappointed with Siri. For this presentation, I assume that you have access to OpenAI ChatGPT and that you have tried it out. Asking questions, getting answers, and then continuing the conversation is quite amazing in itself. For example, I could ask for suggestions if I need a mask, but don't like anything on my face. Unfortunately, ChatGPT 3.5 does not have detailed knowledge on Draeger products. This changes if we move to ChatGPT 4. GPT-4 is OpenAI's most advanced system, producing safer and more useful responses. And it costs $20 per month. That is expensive, true, but at the same time, this opens up an amazing world of possibilities. For example, it can see. I can select a photo, like this one from our website, and ask questions about it. What kind of protection do I need? And the first answer is a respirator, of course. I can then continue the conversation about the image or about the answer. Let's say you worked in the field of communication. You could upload a screenshot and ask questions about it. This is from the Draeger website, and indeed, the inclusion of more diverse imagery could enhance user engagement and inclusivity. ChatGPT can see and describe images, like in this case. A patient, presumably an adult male, laying on what seems to be a hospital bed. This understanding of the image can be used to recreate the image. As you might guess, you can talk ChatGPT into making any desired changes to the new image. Let us change the examples to something else. Climate change and what you can do personally.
What can I personally do against climate change? Answer in one sentence.
This is a screen recording from Ren's iPhone. It shows the capability to understand speech.
Reduce your carbon footprint by making sustainable choices in transportation, diet, and energy consumption.
And it gives the answer. He can then continue the conversation. He already drives an electric car, so the focus is on diet and energy consumption. What could I eat that is carbon considerate? This question can be answered when you open the fridge and look at what you have. ChatGPT can do this now. In the future, we will not scan barcodes. Our fridges will look what we have, know what we need, and order online. A simple camera in the door will do. This looks like a bigger construction at Renz's house. Let me hand over to Renz, and he can talk you through it.
Okay, thank you, Fable. This is actually Echo, another one of OpenAI's voices. To make things easier, I speak from Ren's perspective. Hello, everybody. This is what was left of our garden after the pipes were laid for a heat pump system. The heat pump was installed, and I have now access to an online portal to monitor it. I can download a big log file that you can see on the left. But what to do with it? ChatGPT to the rescue. I upload the file without any changes to it and directly ask questions. In this case, please make a graph that shows the difference in water temperature going into the ground and what comes out over time. This is a great example for complex data analytics. You can see that in October something changed. This is when we turned on the floor heating. Interesting. But that is not all we did. In spring of this year, we put solar panels on our roof and the necessary inverter inside. Our inverter gets hot, so nerd that I am, I decided to build a cooling system with 3 fans and ChatGPT support. Right away, it told me to fix my cable management. The real power is in the tutor and guide that ChatGPT is in a situation like this. It recommended for me to use a transistor and calculated that the PN2222 transistor can handle the required load. I could not have built the electronics without this support. ChatGPT also wrote the Python program to give me status updates on how my system is doing. That is old news by now. What's new is that the functionality of ChatGPT can be extended with plugins. In this case, I used a plugin to graph the flow of the program. This is often required to explain the logic, and a great example how ChatGPT can communicate in new and surprising ways. And with that, I'm handing back to Fable.
Thank you. All of these examples that we have seen illustrate the capabilities that ChatGPT has today: hearing and interpretation in a voice conversation, seeing and recognizing with images, combining information intelligently, communicating in new ways, and last but not least, connect it all. As per the beginning of November, all of these separate capabilities have been brought together in ChatGPT 4. This allows you to continue the conversation, no matter the task. I would love to show you what this looks like. At the top of this presentation, we asked ChatGPT 3 about a mask that is not covering the face. The general suggestion was to go to the Draeger website. If you followed the advice and go to the Draeger website, then you will find a PDF with a guide on air purifying respirators. In it, there is all information you might need. Unfortunately, it is only in German. Wouldn't it be great to have a Draeger expert for air purifying respirators at our hands who can help us? Well, let's build one with the help of ChatGPT. So we give it a name, Draeger Air Purifying Respirator Expert, and tell it how to behave, and then we upload the German PDF with the relevant information. And that's it. This is what OpenAI now calls a GPT, and they can be published or kept private. This one is now available to us. As you would imagine, the answer to our question is much more specific. I do not need to tell it that I am looking for a Draeger mask, as I am already talking to the Draeger expert. The answer is correct and includes all relevant information. Of course, it is in English, no matter the language of the base information. The GPT can also browse the web and check the Draeger website itself for up-to-date information rather than sending me off. This is really great, and I am sure the use of these experts will explode in the future. We started out with the movie Her, and how the science fiction from 10 years ago is now becoming a reality. Have a look at what some people are already building.
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, do I have any new messages today?
Hey, Justin, you have 3 new messages. There is one from your dad on WhatsApp about some unexpected snow, one from David from Twitter sharing a link to a research paper, and Jenny is messaging the tennis group on Signal about playing this afternoon.
Just a few days ago, the company Humane introduced the Humane AI Pin. This device combines all of these functions into one. You can talk to it, and it carries on a conversation with all the capabilities that we have seen in this presentation. It seems that the future is here. Funny enough, Theodore Twombly from Her is solving the same issue by sticking his foldable phone into the breast pocket of his shirt. I am not sure if this is the next big thing, or if Apple will supercharge Siri with these capabilities, but the direction of technological advancement is clear. Very soon, it will be possible and normal to have an AI with you that you trust and that you talk to for any kind of topic. It does not matter if this is via an app or a dedicated device. It is the interface to a number of capabilities that we have all seen here today. The AI will help you to coordinate your life. Meetings, documents, phone calls, birthdays, shopping, or turning on the lights at home. You name it, your AI will do it for you. The AI will be an expert in everything. If you have a question, you can rest assured that you will quickly get the answer that you need, always. And when you wake up in the morning, the AI will be ready for you and give you an update on what is important in a way that helps you. The AI will have access to all your past communication and notes so that it can answer your questions in a very specific way that is tailored to you only. And it will guide and mentor you for any topic you might have. But all of that technical capability will be hidden behind a familiar interface. Perhaps even Siri. Who knows?
Thank you for listening to this presentation video. I hope you have enjoyed it. You can find me on LinkedIn and Twitter if you would like to continue the conversation. Thank you.